Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and in today's video I wanted to take the opportunity to discuss all the pros and cons of yesterday's Season 2 DLC drop for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now with Season 2 we got a lot of really good things, but there are also a few things that were a little underwhelming, so those are all the things I want to discuss today. Now before I get started, be sure to subscribe if you are new and comment down below what you thought was good about this content drop and also what you didn't like. Anyways, let's get into it. First off, let's start with the pros and everything positive to come out of this content drop. The biggest change came with the revamped UI and menu screens. When you first load up the game and go to jump into some matches, you are now greeted with some awesome images. They really outline the mode you're about to jump into, and it just looks 100 times better. Also, the collection screen now has a non-hollow effect, which looks absolutely amazing, and being able to see your favorite characters and all their awesome skins up close is definitely a great addition. Speaking of skins, we obviously got two new ones, being the epic skin for Lando in his skiff guard disguise and the very first legendary skin in the game, which is Leia's Boosh outfit. Both of these look sick and I have unlocked them in game, and they are now two of my favorite skins to use. I've found myself playing Lando and Leia more just because they look cool running around the battlefield. Hopefully they keep up the quality of these skins with all the future cosmetics to come, and I will really be looking forward to the ones we get next month. On top of this, they also fixed the look of Leia's face, and she now looks even more like the princess we all grew up with. Some small details you may not have noticed is that the experience bar is now under your health bar in game, so you can see how you're tracking towards leveling up. Along with this, you can now unlock and upgrade star cards in the pre-round menu screen, which is great if you're playing through and don't want to have to exit back to the menu just to get your cards where you want them. However, if you are jumping back to the main menu to perhaps buy a new skin that you now have enough credits for, this has now been made easier with faster loading screens. I've personally noticed a massive difference on PS4, however I'm not too sure about PC and Xbox, so if someone could drop a comment down below and let me know if they're faster there too, that would be great. The game also has a ton of new milestones that have been added, most of which are related to points for each class, reinforcement and hero, and you can get up to 500 credits per milestone completed. These milestones come in 3 tiers, so you can really grind out the heroes and infantry that you want to level up, as well as earn a ton of credits while you're at it. Talking about the gameplay, we have some serious buffs to Luke's force push and repulse, as well as some improvements to the speed of his lightsaber swings, which have made him an absolute beast. He feels so much quicker in general, and his force push can eliminate almost any infantry trooper that hasn't been buffed by an officer. Along with this, he can now move quicker after using his rush ability, adding to the fast-paced style of gameplay that he is meant to have. Along with the buffs to Luke, Captain Phasma's staff strikes have been fixed, and she will now lunge towards an opponent to use her first staff strike, much the same as the lightsaber users do, creating a greater chance of success when trying to hit a moving enemy. As an attempt to counter the stun lock issue, all troopers, heroes, and reinforcements have had changes to the roll and dash mechanic, so now you have more chance of avoiding it. However, I still have been caught in a stun lock a few times since the update. Some positives as far as game modes: Ewok Hunt has returned and will now be permanent. This mode had a lot of success and great feedback from the few weekends that they had it available, and it's come from a lot of people, and with some minor adjustments it is now back to stay. Personally, this won't be one of my main game modes, but it's still really fun and something good to mix it up with away from the more serious game modes. Ewok Hunt also provides a great amount of credits when saving for new skins, and as an addition to Ewok Hunt, we also got the Hero Showdown mode, which is the 2 vs 2 heroes vs villains type game mode with an elimination style played through a best of 5 rounds match. This mode puts you and a teammate head to head with another team and forces you to strategize and choose heroes wisely to take out the enemy team. This game mode will also be permanent and can provide a less hectic mode to heroes vs villains to hone your skills with your favorite characters. And lastly, this update also added Starfighter mode for arcade, and whilst not the same as Starfighter Assault, it is still great to have this not just for the offline players, but also for those players that want to improve their skills as a pilot and become better at the game mode before jumping into Starfighter Assault. Now let's get into the cons and some of the things that need improvement from this update. Now this feedback not only comes from myself, but multiple other players in my Discord who were kind enough to share their opinions with me. Now if you want to join the Discord, the link will be in the description below, and you can chat with me and them about everything Star Wars. Anyways, I think the biggest thing I heard from them was the lack of solo content. Obviously we know we are getting this next month, but with this being a Han Solo season, you'd think there would be some kind of Han Solo content added in this drop. A lot of people told me this felt more like a patch, like the Night on Endor update, however based around the return of the Jedi. They also said that they didn't feel like it was season 2 and that it wasn't starting until next month. Something I noticed about this season as well as opposed to last season is that there is no faction challenge. Unless that is coming next month too, I'm not really sure, but that was something that was really cool in season 1. The faction challenge kept the community a little more involved with completing challenges, as well as we all wanted the rewards at the end of each week and ultimately the season. Now next up on the cons list is something I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, and it's the 60-second wait time pre-round. I know they want to give us time to upgrade star cards, but I think 30 seconds is more than enough, and if you can't do it in that amount of time, then you may as well exit back to the menu and do it. 60 seconds waiting time for a round to kick off almost feels like a loading screen, except staring at a trooper instead of a planet. I think players definitely need time to upgrade, but 60 seconds in every game mode, every single round is a little bit too long. Now I also mentioned before that the roll mechanic has been improved to help blaster heroes avoid lightsabers. However, once hit you still tend to get stun locked and take 3 to 4 hits before rolling. This leaves you with essentially no health and you become an easy target to finish off after your roll. As far as a few bugs that need fixing, we all know that Iden and Leia's emotes have been a problem for a really long time. These have been broken forever and need to be fixed in an upcoming patch. The addition of Hero Showdown only highlights this even more, as a lot of players like to emote after winning a round or killing an annoying enemy. As for the time challenge, the Master and Apprentice challenge doesn't always pick up your wins against Rey or Luke, however most of the time it is okay. This is a minor issue but just something that I noticed. I did however think it was worded a little funny and I had to read it back a few times to understand what it meant, so maybe a clearer explanation is needed there. And the final bug with this patch that I have noticed is when playing Hero Showdown, occasionally Maul's lightsaber will not display for the player using him, instead he will just be holding his hilt. This, although funny, looks a little bit silly as well. Hopefully it's an easy and simple fix and gets sorted soon. Overall, I think this was a pretty decent update. There were a lot of quality of life changes that will help the game in the future, and the new Hero Showdown mode is a nice switch up from Heroes vs Villains. I do think however the credits could be upped a little in that game mode, as you don't get very much at the moment even when you win. I hope the second part of season 2 has a good amount of content, including some new maps, not just for small modes but for Galactic Assault as well, because that is my main game mode. I'm looking forward to some legendary skins and the new world we will be getting in June, so stay tuned to the channel to see all of those things in the future. Anyways guys, that's it from me. Leave a thumbs up down below and let me know what you think in the comments of this update, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for all future Battlefront 2 content and news updates. I'm gonna get out of here guys. I am the Twisted Jedi. Thank you so much for watching and may the Force be with you always.